Okay, let's do another figure sketch digitally. I again found this. Hey, wait, that's the wrong one. Copy this nice image, which somehow I cannot copy. Copy image. There we go. Uh, let's work with blue today. Uh, so it's a nice pose. I see a bending of the spine. I see a twisting in the torso. Nice straights for the arms. And I think I maybe want to change the leg or legs slightly, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Okay, yeah, I found some nice music in my headphones and I'm ready to go. Let's take this pencil, this ink brush. Well, I think I had some, wow, I have way too many pencils. Uh, Sketch pen. You know what? I'll go with this one. Okay, I'll start with this bending of the spine. I think maybe over here I'll find the bottom of the pelvis, and let's really try to almost, you know, break the pose, see how far we can push it. There's also, of course, this kind of tilt forward, which I might want to exaggerate as well. So again, I'm treating the whole torso as one kind of cylinder or sausage shape. And I think I'll move both of these over to the center. I do that because then if I flip, I still see both. Um, I'm just throwing in some lines now for the arms. Um, Wait a second, I'll turn the music off for a minute. Okay, there we go. And then the neck straight up. I'll insert this kind of egg shape with the jaw and chin protruding from the underside, uh, and find the center line for the face. Well, maybe it's a bit too large, the entire head, but we'll get to that. Let's first find a little bit more of the gesture of the arm and maybe the rhythm of the muscles as well. So we have deltoid, then the triceps, then interlocking with the biceps is this brachioradialis, and we can definitely try and find the V shape for this underwear mass down to the crotch, this groin line, and now I'm moving back over to the neck. I usually work all over the place like this. Let's zoom out for a bit. Let's see what we have. Yeah, it's okay. She's a little bit hunched up, so I'll lower just a bit this pelvis area, giving a little bit more room for the stomach area. And what do I want to do with the leg? Well, I like how it's pushing upward the knee, and where the knee ends up is also nice. Uh, but does it come back like this, or do I want to maybe stretch it more? I think I want to push it back and retract it underneath the upper leg. Now I'm just finding some gestural shape for the arm. And the other leg, well, maybe that one is straight. Could that be cool? Or maybe it continues the overall gesture like that. Yeah, I like that. Well, there's hardly any room left anyway. Just indicating also in a very gestural sense the mass of the foot. Maybe give her a bit more of a push for the muscles in the thigh area, and get a little bit of the buttocks and the muscles on the inside of the leg. And again, moving over to this part of the body, I want to show more of the twist. So we'll have it fairly centered here, but then wrapping over toward the side. something like this. Um, I think I just want to remain a bit closer to the pose in the reference, and I'll jot this leg down a bit, but it'll remain hunched up as well. Something like so. Let's really punch in these cross-section lines or cross-contour lines and really try and express a very exaggerated kind of flow as well. Let's see, what have we got? Uh, cool. Maybe a bit more muscle for the calf. And just a bit more mass here. Now with this wrapping in, what is coming in front of what? Well, this looks a bit more natural. But actually, it should be the other way around. Well, I'm not sure. It's tricky. I'll also exaggerate the tilt of the head a bit. And, oops. Now maybe look for a little bit of an extension of this arm. And the way it's overstretched. I'll really exaggerate that. Uh, so pretty much a Spider-Man pose, or a Spider-Gwen pose, I should probably say. She would be like, you know, shooting a web, boom, like this. Maybe I can make that work. I'll find the plane for the palm of the hand and then jut out the pinky and the index finger, the other fingers hunched up. The thumb off to the side. And then maybe, well, I'm just looking at whether this kind of extension of the arm the other way around would be a nice indication of where she's slinging from. I'm not too sure. I guess I, for now, will stick to the reference. I can, of course, have a bit of fun and indicate the eyes as they would look for Spider-Woman or Spider-Gwen. have to say that maybe it would also be fun to change this tilt the other way around, giving her a bit more of a sly look. So I'm really just testing and feeling it out. At the same time, I do use my understanding of knowledge and knowledge of structure and perspective to um, effectively communicate the tilt of the head and see whether I like that. I like the other one better. So back to that one. Sometimes with doing multiple tries, I get a bit impatient and I can start um, being too rough or careless. I should definitely try to avoid that. Just remain patient. And now I'm looking for the arm, division of lower and upper arm. I'll get rid of this one. Maybe it's a good idea at this point to get rid of the reference. Just have a look at the total. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a copy of this file, history, copy. I'll close this one, I'll save it. But I'll also save this one in the proper folder. Recordings. Let's have a look. Figure sketch 72. Sure. There we go. I can, oops, press OK, yes, and delete this group of sketches. And I can resize the image. Let's see. Wait, I'll do it like this. This gives me some room for the rest of the arm. Nice. Overstretch. Really starts to look broken. Well, I'll have to fix that. I can at least adjust the length a bit. Yeah, that seems to get quite all right. And now making a copy of this layer. I'll get rid of the reference. I can, oops, escape. Centralize it a bit. And let's see, maybe with a bit of a stronger brush, come in and do some cleanup. I'll do it directly in the sketch layer. Kind of looking for a bit more of the structure in the head, and maybe some placement of features. So I'm kind of assessing where the eyes would be placed and the eyebrows. In no way made her look like Spider-Gwen. Maybe I'll keep that, but I think it's still worthwhile imagining where the features are underneath that mask. And here we have the jawline. And always a question of how much muscle to indicate with a female figure. Of course, female figures can be very well defined in terms of musculature, very lean and muscular bodies. So it's a balancing act between, well, showing the femininity as well as the athleticism. And I do think this clavicle indication is important, and the lines coming down from the back of the head toward this central sternum, this sternocleidomastoid mastoid it's called, I believe. And yeah, you see me rotating my page a lot at this point in time. I basically want to give myself as comfortable of an angle as I can get and think I need. I should definitely alter this arm, but okay for now. We'll get something like this and then worry about it later. So with the arm raised up, there's a lot of stretch, of course. And whoops, escape. Yep. I do want to focus on that twist. I don't want to lose it. Mm, let's clean up this area a bit. And ever so slightly get some indication of the way the trunks are creasing and bunching up near the groin lines. So in some sense, this particular part of the sketch would just be about relaxing and just refining the kind of hard work and labor is done. Well, in a way, there's still some mental exercise in, well, deciding what line to keep, what line to alter. So there's still design work to be done. It's not just mindless tracing, but of course, it's not working from scratch either. So a lot of the constructing is done. And the decision making now focuses on the exact lines and the detailing. So here you see me kind of looking and altering and doing what I think needs to be done in the legs. I think, by the way, this line should move up. Whoops. Yeah, more like this. So there we go. A little bit more creasing. And, well, maybe for now this is good enough. I need to go soon anyway, so we had this, and we're basically kind of refining it and cleaning it up. Um, Maybe with a final kind of ink brush, we can get some uh, thinner lines, finer lines, and, well, I like to, at this point, still keep it sketchy and loose as much as I think I can. it's just still a sketch, so it's very, I would say, tempting to start sort of very carefully tracing, uh, but there's still no need for that actually. There's hardly ever any need for that. We can get quite a nice result with just working quickly and uh, testing stuff out. I don't know if that's proper English, by the way, testing out. I think it's just testing or trying out, but okay. Um, maybe a bit of a soft pencil, tone in some value for the lips and hair. Again, in the same layer, in the same sketch. And for the trunks, yeah, it's rough. It's a little bit hatchy, but that's okay. I can smooth it out at a later stage. At least we get some idea. I'll also do the same for the tank top here, or the tube top, or what is it called? Something like that. Let's get back to my ink brush and get some final lines in. I should already stop, but okay. It's too much fun at this point. A little bit of the armpits, I think. Well, it's more like this, yeah. Then we have the deltoid overlapping here, and well, something like so. Something about like so, as Bob Ross would say. Oops, escape. All right. I think I'm gonna leave it at this. A little bit blurring. Ooh, it's having trouble with the blurring tool. And there you go. You can always get back some lines if you lose them. A little bit more definition in the abs. Well, I guess that's it uh, for this demo. I always say that and then continue anyway. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. You have a little bit of an idea of the approach, and that you of course have fun in giving it a go yourself. Okay, and that's it for today. Thanks guys. See you next time. Bye.